right there. All right. Welcome to this week's episode of Boogie's World. So we're on season 2, so we're on episode 5. We have been in our series of All American. And just to give a little recap from season 2, some key moments was Corey coming back into the family's life and brings Darnell. Corey dies from his cancer, but he wanted to come back to South Crenshaw with his family. We see Spencer focusing on work after losing his dad, and all these people have a lot of things going on. Um, Layla gets checked in after her struggle with depression. Spencer saves Olivia after getting but pays the price of getting shot in his shoulder. Asher was struggling with steroids, and it cost Billy Baker to leave. Beverly. Spencer makes the decision to go back to South Crenshaw to honor his dad and to bring the resource back in saving the school. And Spencer gets Coach Baker to coach at South Crenshaw to rebuild the football team together. And Deuteronomy 11:8-32, which was a pretty good like kind of rundown of this story on season 2's theme, which was legacy, and just looking at how us as leaders, us as believers, our job is to pray for those who don't believe, and our job as children of God is to pray for the next generation of people who don't know who God is. And so, as we're in season 3 now, this is Tell the Truth Part 2. Season 3 was honestly probably one of the craziest seasons to watch. Season 1 was Tell the Truth Part 1, which was pretty crazy. Season 1 was crazy, but honestly, this season was probably more dramatic than any other season. And before we get into like the key moments of season 3, the text I have for this is Proverbs 12:22, which says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in those who tell the truth." And let's just get some key moments in this. We get a new school year starting, and things seem to be off between the group. And so Spencer starts his senior year at South Crenshaw. Jordan, Asher, and all of his other teammates, they're starting their senior season at Beverly. So now they're going to be rivals. They're going to be against each other. The group goes to Vegas and feelings start to spark. What I mean by feelings start to spark is Jordan and Simone get married. Layla has feelings for Spencer, but Spencer has feelings for Olivia. But Olivia is with Asher, and she goes to visit Spencer to spend time with him because Spencer felt a little alone. And Spencer's feelings sparked for Olivia, but Olivia's with Asher. So it's like, this doesn't make sense. Like, why are you telling me these feelings now? And so Olivia leaves Vegas and goes surprise Asher in Mexico where he was at for vacation. But Asher sees is with another girl. And now technically Asher and Olivia were not broken up. but they were kind of taking a break. And so it was messy. Layla tells Spencer that she's ready and they get back together. But they broke up because Spencer tells her the truth, which leads to them breaking up, Layla getting mad at Spencer, and tells Spencer, "I never want to talk to you again," which is like, ooh, Spencer messed up badly. So we end up seeing Olivia relapse. And so, as Spencer got nominated for Homecoming King, as Coop got nominated for Homecoming Queen. But I think this was where Coop drops out of school and goes to get her GED. And Olivia goes to pick up Spencer. And Olivia tells Spencer that she loves him and they want to try it out. But then they get into a car accident. And Spencer's working out and he realizes that she relapsed. Like, this is not good. She relapsed. But that wasn't the first time. She was relapsing. Her relapse started in season 2. So, new football season, a new team for both Beverly and South Crenshaw. We see Jordan get a concussion and ends up going to Spencer about asking him to train him, which it was crazy. Like, he couldn't go to his dad, and so he chooses to go to Spencer, which is understandable because it's just understandable. And so we get to the championship game, and Asher was cleared to play and everything, but Asher has a heart problem, and it got so bad where he couldn't play football anymore. He couldn't play the one sport he loved so much playing that he couldn't play it anymore. Which is understandable. Like, if I had a condition where it got bad that I couldn't play a sport anymore, I would be upset too because I love that sport and like God gave me the ability to play that sport. Olivia and Spencer are officially dating now. Sparked a lot of people saying, "Well, it's about time." um, so Coop gets shot by Mo, who ends up getting shot and killed by Preach. Now, Mo was Tyrone's sister. Tyrone was someone that got shot and killed because he was a very bad gang member in the show who, he didn't treat like it was just bad. He was bad. He was a bad person. So, um so I will say this was probably one of the most dramatic seasons to watch. And it's gonna get more dramatic from as we go into more of the seasons. I look at John 18:28 through 40 for this story of it, for this for like kind of like a rundown of it. So just the key part I want to look at is verses 36 through 38. And it reads, Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not an earthly kingdom. If it were, my followers would fight to keep me from being handed over to the Jewish leaders. But my kingdom is not of this world." Pilate said, "So you are a king?" Jesus responded, "You say I am a king. Actually, I was born and came into the world to testify the truth. All who love the truth recognize that what I say is true." "What is truth?" Pilate asked. Then he went out again to the people and told them he is not guilty of any crime. And so as I go into my Bible and look at that verse and look at that, we see after that verse, and I'm gonna read it in a different version. Um Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest by the Jewish leaders. But now my kingdom is from another place." "You are a king then," said Pilate. Jesus answered, "You say that I am a king. In fact, the reason I was born and came into this world is to testify the truth. Everyone on the side of the truth listens to me." "What is truth?" retorted Pilate. With this, he went out the Ju- again to the Jews gathered there and said, "I find no basis for a charge against him. But if but it is your custom for me to release to you one prisoner at a time of the Passover. Do you want me to release the king of the Jews?" They shouted, "No, not him. Give us Barabbas." Now Barabbas had taken part of an uprising. So as we see after that, that actually went into the Jews freeing Barabbas and the Jews crucifying Jesus. How to apply this into our life is when we tell the truth, it can save us from a lot of problems and drama, and it can help improve on communication. What that means is just always tell the truth. That's all it means. It's just simple as that. That's how simple I can really put it. Just always tell the truth. No matter what happens, if you get in trouble, if you reap what you sow, just tell the truth. Maybe you won't even get in trouble. Maybe it's okay, you're not in trouble, but can you tell me what happened? And if you tell the truth, then you're on the good side of things. So just always tell the truth. Um, Next season of our All American series, the title, I'm gonna give you guys a title for that, so that way y'all are prepared. The title is Identity. And identity is a struggle that a lot of people go through. And so I really suggest that if you're watching, tune into that next season and I'll go into more of identity and season 4 of All American. That is it at Boogie's World. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next week on the next we'll see y'all next time on the next episode.